So I was I believe the third or fourth officer on scene of what at the time was a shots fired call. I pulled up in front of the building that the initial call came from. Didn't know at the time I was almost directly across the street from the RV. Exited my vehicle, heard it making the announcements, essentially telling us there was an explosive device in the vehicle, not to approach it, that we should be evacuating the area. At that point, I moved up the street a little bit, at which point I met up with Officer Llewellyn, Officer Hosey. We started making plans to get into the buildings, start knocking on doors to let families know what was going on, and get them out of the building. I don't know the address off the top of my head, but the first building we went into was the one that the initial call had come from. Between myself and all the other officers knocking on doors, I think we made contact with 6 or 7 families, informed them they needed to exit the building to the what would have been the First Avenue side to keep them off of the street with the RV. After we worked our way through the initial building, knocking on doors, we went back outside, at which point we started working our way southbound on 2nd Avenue North. Like these other officers said, we were in communication with dispatch, who did a fantastic job through the whole incident, trying to get door codes to get in and alert more families. I believe we made it into one more apartment building, if I remember correctly. I don't think we made contact with any families in that building. At that point, Officer Llewellyn, who was outside, let us know that the recording had changed. I believe that's when a song started playing. I don't know what the countdown was at that point. I know by the time we made it back outside after the last building we had checked, it was down to 3 or 4 minutes, I believe. At that point, we decided to work our way back up 2nd Avenue northbound. We had decided, like Officer Wells said, to get our heavy plates on, to prepare for whatever might come after the countdown ended. At that point, I made it back up to Church Street. I rounded the corner to head towards First Avenue, where my car was parked. I'd actually just popped the trunk on my vehicle to get another piece of equipment out, at which point I just felt a push, basically. I was thrown into the trunk a little bit, turned around to see just a very orange sky and a lot of smoke, at which point I ran back towards 2nd Avenue North, as all the other officers did. Just wanted to make sure all the officers that I knew were in the area were safe. Like Officer Llewellyn said, there were a few people that had come out of an apartment building, so we did our best to get them out of the area as quick as possible. At that point, we just spent time keeping residents that had come outside, as well as pedestrians that were just trying to enjoy their morning, keeping them away from the area, trying to carefully explain what was going on, and they just needed to stay away for safety. Thank you.